ಯಾವರು?
We are running 78 primary health centers.
நீங்களே பண்றீங்களா? கையில பண்ணுவீங்க?
200 ரூபாய்.
200 rupees. ஒரு பொண்ணு வாட்டி போட்டு காட்டுவீங்களா? டெமோ காட்டுங்க.
ಯಾಕಂದು
you hold this so that outside the window.
ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹಾಕೊಂತೀರಾ?
ஒரு கல் இல்லையா? ಒಂದು கல் இல்லையா?
ತೋರಿಸಿ ಇವಾಗ.
ಓಕೆ.
ನಮ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಡಿದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋಣ.
Whoa! What is that? Okay.
A bunch of tiny ass rocks and an equally tiny ass mound and a tiny ass shrub, quite negligible one at that, with a couple of flies swarming around, and our man Rinku has to stop for it, get down, take pictures from 1,000 different angles and talk for at least 2 hours over that and go goo goo gaga over that. That's Rinku. He is nature lover. While I meditate about 1,000 things, I mull over about tomorrow, think over the past. I mean, Rinku, on the other hand, he lives in the moment. He is a man of present. He is, nirvana at its best, at its finest. How does he do it? Where are the Sholigas settlements? You don't need to wonder too much. Whenever you see a borewell and a trail running into the forest deep, you can take it for granted that there's a tribal settlement, most likely a Sholiga one. There are around 1,500 Sholiga families that live here, that call the place their home. They collect, use, and sell forest produce to make a living. On the left, that's an elephant's handiwork. Elephants cannot stand something bright and tall, I guess. They have to push it down. After around 30 years of debate, the Sholigas, who were once evicted from this very forest, they gained their right to use their ancestral land. It's within the tiger reserve. Around 1,500 of the Sholiga families here were very apprehensive that they will be driven out of their homes as the sanctuary was reclassified as a tiger reserve to protect the tigers. But then their fears were unfounded because they won the case in a landmark victory and got to stay in the forest and call it their home. The number of tigers in the reserve has gone up over the years, and I cannot understand this myself. This brings up a debate whether the tribals living within the jungle, does it spell disaster for the local environment and wildlife, or it actually helps them? Wildlife experts like Valmik Thapar and others, they are totally against the idea of letting tribals stay within the forest. They just don't believe that such a coexistence is a possibility, at least not for the betterment of wildlife and the environment. Maybe they should pay a visit here.
ಯಾವ್ರಣ್ಣ? ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರಾ? ವಾಚರಾ? ಬೆಟ್ಟಾನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು? ಪುರಾಣಿ ಏನೋ ಹಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಇವತ್ತು? ಏನೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಿಮ್ ಪುರಾಣಿನ, ಊರ್ ಪುರಾಣಿನ ನಿಮ್ದು ಮೇಲೆ? ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಇವಾಗ? ಹಾ.
The monkeys here, the langurs, they sit unperturbed, totally unagitated, right by the side, in the middle of the road actually, possibly expecting a handout from the passing vehicle. Our presence in the jungle has completely modified and rewired the behavior of these wild animals right in their homes. Anyway, we reach the top of the hill and we start for a coffee break. Rinku would have only coffee and no tea. A man from the true coffee country. What can I say? I I stopped, I got down the car, and the first thing I saw was a used sanitary napkin, a plastic bottle, and masks. Used masks, of course. It's all strewn everywhere. I don't understand who would dump this here. Can't you find a better place to dump? The forest department lacks facilities, manpower, possibly the money to run. The people, the people lack awareness, and what else? I mean, the business folks and the politicians or whoever it is, the people who raid the jungles for their own benefit, they eat it away, inch by inch, possibly hectare by hectare. And here I am complaining about a sanitary napkin strewn here. That's kind of silly, isn't it? It is what it is, I guess. We reached Vivekananda Girijana Kalyana Kendra VGKK to spend the day, possibly a couple of days. It's an NGO committed to sustainable development for the tribe. I'm here to meet Dr. Sudarshan, if chance permits. Who is he? It's a shame that you should ask. Dr. Sudarshan, he's a personification of humility. He is totally committed to the betterment of the tribals up here in these hills. From basic healthcare to education, primary to even vocational programs. They train the tribals with special skilled training programs like welding or fixing household appliances, motor rewinding, stuff like that, to increase the range of opportunities that the tribal youth would not have otherwise. To sum it up, I would say this is empowering the tribals in its purest form.
35 years.
35 years. Who started it?
Dr. Sudarshan.
Okay. How old is he now?
70. Abdul Kalam inauguration.
ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಬರೀ ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟು
I am headmaster and Karnataka Trust and VGKK management committee member.
How long have you been
So
here?
I am working here 32 years. So at that time only 30 students they are studying in our school.
Okay.
Now is 320 students they are studying. Sholigas, Petkurba, Yarava, Paniya,
Okay.
Alki-Piki. There are 5 types of tribes there.
Okay.
So we have covered about 5 districts: Mysore, Mandya, and Chamarajanagar, Kodagu, and Bengaluru. So whole given accommodation and food and school. So computer science generally you are,
Okay. Okay.
and computers we have. So we are
Almost we work in 7 states.
Okay.
Not India. We are running 78 primary health centers
Perfect.
under PPP, public-private partnership. In the help of local government, we are running 78 PSC throughout India, including Andaman Nicobar Islands,
Oh, fantastic.
especially Northeast.
Okay.
Only tribal area we concentrate.
I think I lamented a moment too soon. Look at this rubbish. You cannot beat this. Well, it is what it is. I would rather accept this to be a part of the landscape than complaining about it. Enough of whining, right? We reached the temple. The temple was under reconstruction or renovation, and the sanctum sanctorum was moved to a small, unassuming place. We were led into it for roughly 15 seconds to 20 seconds, considering that it was closing time. Rinku, being the religious one, was too overjoyed to actually make it to the temple just before the closing time.
Okay. Okay. My feet are so sensitive. Can't walk on this. Pudu GoPro.
ಹೌದಾ ಹಾಸು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪಲ್.
The top of the mountain. Great location. Top of a tiger reserve.
Looking from the top of the hills, that is the town below. That is where we would head to spend the night at VGKK.
Yeah.
I got you, brother.
Considering that the temple was kind of closed for the devotees and visitors, people started walking all over the place. In fact, I saw quite a lot of folks crossing the fence and walking across on the rocks very precariously, right by the precipice. I was really scared for them, but they didn't give a rat's ass about it. There were around 25 kids who were actually fighting for the space at the tip of the shear to take selfies at that point. I was really very uncomfortable looking at it. I said a word or two, but it didn't make much of a difference to them. Let me extend my gripe. Hang on. Nagu, I love you, Kavya. I hope Nagu fully understands and assimilates the love that Kavya has for him, and it doesn't go unrequited. I hope he responds back to her. After all, she has gone to the extent of vandalizing a goddamn structure here out on the hills. It's unpardonable if he turns her down. These derelict artifacts, are they going to reuse it or repurpose for something else? I have no idea. This renovation confuses me. I mean, these wonderful artifacts, possibly hundreds of years old, it's there for anyone to pick up and run. And people, they can scale these fences, go about their business of taking selfies on the precarious precipice. Oh, I spoke about it already. Okay, enough lamenting. I guess I'm lamenting way too much. It must be the age. I'm getting old. Well, just enjoy the madness. Watch it. It's not that I didn't take part in it. I am culpable too.
Start again.
It's okay.
Okay. This is a sheer drop, and I have the audacity to be here this far. Maybe adventure, but not beyond. The kids who are shooting this, they have the temerity to go sit on that edge, which I think is folly, absolute foolishness. But hey, that's young blood. Okay, I'm good here. Maybe I can go a little bit further.
Yeah, careful.
Okay, now that's it. I covered the shear. Add me to Tashvik Anand. And this is?
Pranav.
Pranav. Oh, it's a boy. Super cute kid. Okay, sorry.
After the temple visit, we drove around the jungle on the other side towards Kabini and Punujanur for a good while, for almost like a couple of hours. And then we drove back. We didn't sight any animals, unfortunately. But the ride was excellent. I'm rather conscious, I guess. But despite being so, I still request you, please subscribe to my channel. Slap a like if you really like something in the video, and pass on your comments. Comment on the trees here. Have you noticed this? These trees do not have any branches. What could have happened to these trees? Human intervention or nature? Just the way it is? Tell me.